But, I guess it started in 2018. I only had a Facebook account at that point, and I created a piece, called Grass Cocoon that I felt very uncomfortable with. I had been thinking about it for, honestly, a couple of years, and I didn't understand the piece, I didn't have a context for the piece, but it sorta wouldn't let me go. So I finally decided to do this project. And I doubted it every step of the way. It was set in a field here in Port Townsend, and it was with my a dear friend, Nicole Larson, who I invited to be my model. So even on the drive out to the site, I was asking myself, why am I doing this? This is crazy. But I had already made the plan to meet my model there, and I thought, well, I'm committed. So we went out to the field. I created this sort of grassy cocoon around Nicole's body, and I braided her hair into the grass, sort of making almost like a star or a halo of grass around her head. And I didn't have even a real camera at that time. I was using an iPhone 5. I honestly had no idea what I was doing. And then I found that I was kind of, delighted by some of the photos that I took, and so I went home and shared a couple on Facebook, and to my surprise and delight, the response was kind of strong. In both directions, it turned out, but locally, my friend group here really responded to it and shared it, and then the people they shared it to also shared it, and before you know it, just like a dandelion seed head, the seeds kinda spread, and, some faraway entities, found the piece and shared it on their websites. I mean, far, Eastern Europe, and, the piece went kind of viral, and it was an interesting experience for me because I, um I didn't have any other work to back it up. This was the first piece in this new body of work that I had launched, that I now refer to as Women in Nature. But it was the one and only one. So it was an interesting moment. Then I went on to create more of this work, kind of embedding women into the landscape. Um, and, I think it was in 2021, well, by my Instagram by then I had a little Instagram following, maybe 600 people, and, someone in France discovered my work, and I don't know how, a woman who has a huge following on Facebook. She put together a post, of maybe 5 of my pieces and shared it on her site on Facebook, and I woke and luckily for me, she, included a link to my Instagram account in that post. And so one morning I woke up and the bad habit of checking my socials clicked in, and I went on Instagram and I was puzzled because the numbers were going very fast, how many follows and I was like, "What's happening?" I had no idea. And then a friend here texted me and said, "Your work's going viral on this site on Facebook." And by the end of the day, I had 7,000 followers.